somebody? Can somebody in for a cuddle? No, you can't have my pizza, but you can come in for a cuddle though. Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Disheveled Me. This is what happens when we have book fairs in my city. There was a pop-up book fair today. It was a sci-fi fantasy pop-up. So obviously I spent $51 there. I found the majority of the Anne McCaffreys that I'm missing in the Dragon Riders of Pern series. I also found 2 Megan E. O'Keeffes and a couple Cinda Williams Chima books. And then I walked to Second Cup, which was right there. So I got a pumpkin spice latte, my very first of the season, if you believe it, because we don't support Starbucks in this household. I also got a vegan pumpkin chip loaf, so pumpkin with chocolate chips. And then I made the grave error of walking through Indigo, which is a grave error because we don't support Indigo in this household. And yet I had to, because this is Freya on a mug. And I also picked up this because I wanted to support Kate Jacobs, and I was 20% off, so fuck. Now I have to go to the liquor store because I have to pick up a bottle of stout beer because I am making like mac and cheese, a specific mac and cheese for my friend's birthday thing tonight. So I gotta go get that, and then I have to go to the actual grocery store and pick up a fuck ton of garlic and milk because I'm out of milk, and maybe some bagels. No, I have bread. I don't know if I need anything else at the store. So it's the weekend. Welcome to the weekend vlog, my friends. I am all sorts of kerfuffled. I haven't read in a week, and I have not picked up a book in a while. Like properly, I haven't finished a book. I finished 3 books in October so far, and today's the 18th. I'm behind. I need to read. Anyways, I'll do a proper haul when I get home. I'm gonna enjoy my pumpkin loaf and I'm gonna go to the liquor store. But welcome to the vlog. Happy weekend. It's the first sunny day in a really fucking long time, but it's also cold, so we love that. Anyways, welcome to the vlog. Hello friends. All right, we're back. We're home. Let's do a fucking haul. I got Freya some new crunchies because I couldn't find her crunchies. So I was like, well, I guess we're trying another one. Same brand, so it should be fine. I looked at the ingredients list and it's pretty much the same. So she's eating them. She says, I like these crunchies, Mom. So we shall see what she thinks. Oh God, I have so many books here, guys. I think I loaded in a bunch of new ones from yesterday because I went, or not yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was. I went thrifting and found these. I have a problem.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
I went thrifting and found these. So added these to my Storygraph thing. And I also got the 3 books that I ordered off of Amazon that were the indie books because I got a bunch of books after the HearthCon. So I have 3 of those, and then these 3. So I put them all in my Storygraph and I marked them as owned on my owned list, which is what I do to keep track of my TBR. I'm at 179 as of those. So yeah, this is a problem. I have a problem. Majority of these were Anne McCaffrey books. So we have Dragon's Eye. I did look up the order. Someone online has like a preferred order of reading them. So I was just making sure that I got the majority of the ones that I was missing. Because I also ordered a pack off of eBay for like really cheap. It has a bunch of books that I was missing. So love that. So I have more Anne McCaffrey books on the way. But I also have the Renegades of Pern. I read that as Revenge. Renegades of Pern, the Master Harper of Pern, the Weirs of Pern, which is virtually untouched. We also have the Dolphins of Pern. I love, and I went for the weirdest covers I could find because I think they're so fun. And then we have the Chronicles of Pern, the First Fall. And we have Moretta, Dragon Lady of Pern. I love these covers. Whoever designed these is so fun. This one specifically is Les Edwards, but this one is The Skies of Pern, which is one of the newer mass markets. Anyway, so that's my Pern stack. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more books to the TBR. And then I found a bunch of Cinda Williams Chima books. So I found the first one of her other series, which is The Warrior Heir, because I have the first one of her, where is it? It's up there somewhere. It's of the Seven Realms. I have her first one of that one. So this one's the first one of the Heir Chronicles, The Warrior Heir. Fun, I think. This is the first one. I looked it up online and I think Goodreads says that it is the first one. Oh, the Seven Realms is the Demon King. I have the Demon King as for that one. And then I found book 2 and 3 of the Seven Realms from Cinda Williams Chima. Have I read any Cinda Williams Chima? No. I find it so difficult to find these thrifted. So whenever I do find them, I'm like, snag. So we got the Exiled Queen and also the Grey Wolf Throne. I've heard wonderful things about Cinda Williams Chima and this series and her books, so we have them. So 3 there. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11 more books. Then I also have these 2, which are quite possibly the most exciting thing of the day. I saw these 2, which is books 2 and 3 of Megan E. O'Keefe's The Protectorate trilogy, and they are virtually untouched. Like the spines have not been broken. They have like not been read, which is great. Like, yeah, they have a little bit of dents and whatever, but I'm so excited about these. So I saw them, immediately snagged them. Sad they didn't have book 1. I did look everywhere, but that's okay. I can get book 1 from the library when I read this, finally, because I was holding these books hostage from the library for like 5 months earlier this year. So, and I never got around to them because I'm a mood reader, but you guys know I love Megan E. O'Keefe. So, had to pick these up. So that is that. 13, 14 more books today onto the shelves. And that package that's coming to me from eBay. And then of course, the Freya mug. I haven't been reading very much, according to my own reading speed, you know? But anyways, I'm excited about this one. I've heard really good things. I was a little wishy-washy on it because it is like a TikToker book. But this is the one that was originally called A Medievally Blonde, which is the superior title. I don't know why they changed it. It must have been a legality thing because that's so superior to The Princess Knight. I read on Threads last night someone talking about how good the world building is in this. You guys know I'm a whore for world building, so I had to. Anyways, all of these onto the shelves. I'm very happy with my collection of Pern books now, of Anne McCaffrey books. We love that. And I think I have all of the Dragon Rider ones now, which is very exciting. So we'll see once I have that order come in from eBay. I think it's going to be here this week. So we'll see. We'll put them all in order, make sure I have them all. Because if I don't and I missed one today, that's going to be sad because there was a fuck ton of Anne McCaffrey books sitting there. Like some of these, just like, they're pristine. I don't understand. For like an old copy of these books, like this one here looks pristine. We love it. I love old mass market paperbacks. I will one day, when I have a house and I have a library, I am going to have a shelf that is just mass market fantasy books because I think they're so cutie. They're my favorite. They're my favorite. I was also hunting for Robin Hobb today at the fair. They did not have any Robin Hobb. But that's okay. I do have a lot of Robins that I have not read, including Dragon Keeper, which I found yesterday at Bayou Village. This is such a funny little cover. So cutie. I love an old fantasy cover. They're so funny to me. I love it so much. And I also got Juliette Marillier's Daughter of the Forest. It did have the second one there at Valley Village, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get the first one because I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. And I mean, it was like $3, so why not? And then of course I got another Octavia. We got a Dawn. Because anytime I see an Octavia E. Butler, I must add it to my shelves. So I need to be cut off. I need to be cut off. Anyways, I need to chill for a second, I think. Drink the rest of my coffee that I got today. Think about how I'm gonna cook the thing for later and then start that because I think it's already, yeah, it's 3. So I should start cooking because I don't know how long it's gonna take me. I mean, it shouldn't take me that long, but there is like 25 to 30 minutes in the oven after everything. So I need to chill for like 2 seconds. I'm very warm. Look, gorgeous. I have a mug with your face on it. Look, he's you. There's you. There's you. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to get you a little Santa hat and a scarf now. I love how this is the back of her here. She's got a candy cane on her tail. This is too cute. Oh, baby girl. You're too cute. Also, this is specifically for Star Card because we were talking about Anne McCaffrey's books on a previous video where I was talking about Dragon Song. You mentioned needing Dragon Quest. Now I have this Dragon Quest, which is the purple cover. The eBay order that I have has this cover in that order. It was one of those like lot of Anne McCaffrey books and a couple duplicates, but that's fine. Is this the cover that you need? Is this the one that you're missing? Because if it is, contact me on Instagram and I'll send this to you once I get it. Because absolutely, I'm out here looking for Anne McCaffrey books. And of course, I found them. And if this is the one you're missing, tell me and I'll send it to you. Because now I have 2 Dragon Quests. Well, I will, once that one arrives. But is this the right one? Or is it the purple one? Because if it's the purple one, I'll send you the purple one. And then I'll keep the other one. You tell me which one you need, if either of them. Anyways. We are once again with Cat on back. Oh, I was about to say, at least this time I don't have a tail in my face. Now I do. Hello friends, happy Sunday, technically Monday because it is 1:49 in the morning. Because what's new? I lost track of time for a bit there, but I need to actually go to bed because we have a fireplace inspection in the morning that I need to be awake for. Unfortunately, but look at this little baby. Hi. She's just hanging out. She's part of the gallery. Yes, hi. I did some reading today. Woohoo. I also did some reading yesterday before going to my friend's birthday. Gotta say, I didn't love my mac and cheese, but everyone else seemed to find it okay. So that's good. I didn't like the way it cooked. It was so oily. Not having it. It took forever to cook. It took so much longer than the recipe said it was going to in the oven because it got so oily. So not a fan of that. And I don't know, it just tasted a little funny to me. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just a little flavor profile, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, it was fun, as always. And I did read while I was cooking. I started listening to the audiobook of Mask of the Deer Woman. Oh, I don't remember the author's name. But I have the book out from the library, so I was like, well, I might as well get the audiobook on Libby and have a little listen while I'm cooking. Have a little listen to an indigenous thriller while I'm cooking, because of course, why not? I'm coming over here to get the book now. As I'm talking about it, the author is Lori L. Dove, Mask of the Deer Woman. I'm like 40-some% of the way through, and it's good. It's well written. The audiobook's kind of good, so yay for that. It follows this woman whose daughter disappeared at some point, and she has gone back to the reservation where her father was raised, but she's half indigenous, she's half white, half indigenous, and she's taken this job as like reservation marshal. And when she gets there, like the first thing she's doing is going to this house because this woman called her and it's like, my daughter's missing, you need to come do something, right? And she doesn't really give a shit. And it's this, so far, kind of encapsulation of life on the res. We're following a couple different people. It's all to do with the story of Deer Woman and like the belief of Deer Woman and how she's affecting these people. And it's our main character gently losing her shit every so often. Like, she fully is not okay. She's hallucinating a lot, which is an interesting thing. And she's also like very dependent on alcohol for a number of different things. And I'm just concerned about her because it's like she's drinking beer while she's driving on the job. And I'm just like, I'm so stressed out about this woman and her consumption issues. The hallucinations are a lot. When she's in the middle of an investigation and she just, anyways, so I'm interested to see where that goes. So yay, but I did not continue that today. I ended up just being like, I need to fucking finish a fucking book. And I need to finish the Just Set Air so that I can start the Just Said Crown, because the Just Said Crown I have on Libby and I have to give it back in like 4 days. And that thing is over 600 pages. It is a nice, delicious, chunky fantasy book. So I wanted to finally finish the Just Said Air, and I did that today, and it was very good. I remembered absolutely fucking nothing about this book. I was picturing different scenes. I don't even know what book I was picturing, because I got to the end of this and I was like, I remembered none of that. I don't even know what I was picturing in my head. Oh no. So did really like this. Hell yeah. And I'm excited to keep going. I did actually also start the Just Said Crown tonight. I'm like 50 pages in, and it's interesting so far. Interesting so far because we have so much more of Arin's point of view, who is the Najal heir, versus Sylvia Essia, who is the Just Said heir. This is very much just her POV. We have a couple of Arin's POVs in here, but it's mostly just Sylvia, and it's all first person. And then we get to the Just Said Crown, and it's immediately just Arin's point of view. And it feels like Sylvia's like, her character's taking a backseat. I opened up the audiobook, started listening, and I was immediately like, that's a different male narrator for Arin. Oh no. Granted, neither of them are doing a great job. I don't love either of them, so it's not that big of a deal, but I was just like, immediately I was like clocked. And the fact that I clocked it, I went into the Libby app and like looked at the narrator list. There's 4 narrators, so there's gonna be even more POVs, which I'm really interested in. I'm interested in this book. I don't know where it's gonna go. I just hope we get more magic, more explanation on the magic, because that's one thing I noticed this read through. Like, some of the magic doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand what Sylvia Essia can do with her magic. Like, I understand a lot of it in here was stopped because she has like magical cuffs on her wrists that are like, that have supposedly like, are supposed to like dampen her magic, and yet she can still use her magic when she really, really pushes. And like for the majority of this book, as she's training for this competition thing, she is pushing her magic to limits that leave her like incapacitated a lot of times. Like the pressure of her magic behind her cuffs is so intense that it like travels up into her brain, and it gives her constant migraines, and it gives her like constant nausea, and it's just this like never ending cycle. And that like it's just like her cuffs are such a impediment on her magic for reasons. I don't know, it's really interesting. And like the competition has like nothing to do with this book really. It's just like the cat, like it's, if you saw my last reading vlog, I explained what this is about. So we follow Sylvia, who is the Jasad heir, and Jasad is this very magical kingdom that was defeated at some point. Like it was like a giant, basically massacre genocide that just took out the entire kingdom. She ran and she survived somehow, and then she ends up getting picked up by this absolutely batshit crazy woman who keeps her locked somewhere for like 5 years and just trains her incessantly. So like tortures, basically she goes through it for 5 years, and then she escapes and she goes to this town, which is where we find her in at the beginning of this. And she's made a life for herself there. She's kind of like, you know, she's found friends, and she's an alchemist apprentice and all this kind of stuff. And Jasadi, her people, if there are Jasadi around, they have magic in them, but if they show magic, they are like immediately arrested and then hanged, because having magic is a crime and using magic is a crime. So she's in hiding, but like something happens where she accidentally like uses that magic in front of the Najal heir, who has an interesting ability to be able to not only sense but drain magic from somebody with just a touch. And when he gets his hands on her, he is one step away from just snapping her neck kind of level. Like it affects him so heavily, her magic, and they are true enemies to lovers. Like it is true enemies for 60% of this book. They do not like each other for so much of this book. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the characterization of things, of everybody, and the exploration of them coming together. And the reason why Aaron, the Najal heir, like picks her is because he knows this, like he can feel this magic in her or whatever, and he picks her to be his champion in this game that essentially leaves like nobody alive except for the victor kind of a thing. It's not like a Hunger Games situation, it's just like it is a very deadly game situation. And I can't really remember why he needed to pick a champion. I don't know. It's some sort of, the Alcala is like a game that they do between the different heirs, and the heirs all pick their different champions and whatever. So Aaron and Sylvia, aka Essia, because that's her real name, because she's hiding the fact that she's the Jasad heir. It's really interesting in the way that they are forced together so much in this. And it's this also, there's two other factions of Jasadi people who are also trying to track down Essia and to use her for their means, for other means. And so and then it's also Aaron being like, you're gonna help me find these rogue Jasadi who are killing people. And it's so many different moving pieces, very political, very interesting. And then there's also this through beat of Essia just fucking not being okay. And I got to the end and I was sitting there, I was like, oh my god, she is not okay. Like she is, oh my god. So shit happens. I literally just opened to the page. One of Aaron's lines is, I am only a man. Fucking send me to my knees, good sir. And like this book doesn't even have sex in it. And yet the moment when they finally come together, there's no sex. It's just kissing. And it is the most intimate shit. Like this is what I want my romanticies to be. It's like actually interesting plot wise. And then like all the yearning, all the tension. Like this doesn't have a lot of yearning in it. It has a lot of tension though, because they hate each other so much at the beginning of this. By the end of it, you're like, oh no, like Aaron like actually really cares about her. And like, she just doesn't see it because it's all from her point of view mostly. So I'm really excited to keep going with the Just Said crap. I think it's just going to be so interesting. Anyways, and then I stopped to do my nails, and I did them on, like, you can't really tell in this light, but like I did them in different colors of my shimmery fall colors. Like there's two kind of similar ones, and then there's two more similar ones, and then this orangey one, but they all look so good together. And I'm so excited to see it in like sunshine. because I did them in the darkness of my apartment, and it gets dark at 7 o'clock now. Almost 6:30 now because winter is coming. Anyways, so yay for finally fucking reading and finishing a goddamn fucking book. This is only the 4th book I've read in October. I am feeling so behind. And the fact that I added 27, I just counted 27 books over the past couple weeks to my shelves. Guys, someone called me out on my short that I uploaded. They're like, so the book ban's going well, hey? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, the book ban technically stopped at my birthday because that's when I wanted to do the book buying ban. Until then, I need to stop buying books for a long time. I have not yet put all those books into my Storygraph. I will do that tomorrow, and we'll see what I'm at for TBR number-wise, if we're at 200 properly. Because if we are, oh man, I'm not going to allow myself to buy books until I'm at like 150. I need to just read as many books on my TBR that I have. And I need to probably do like a cull of my TBR, even though I did kind of do that recently. I do that often where I like go through my shelves and my like physical TBR, like go like, am I really going to read this kind of stuff? And then if I am no longer in the mood for reading it or like don't want to read it anymore, if it's been on my TBR for forever, I just take it off my shelves. I'm really good at unhauling books. I am not very like emotionally attached to a lot of my books. I'm emotionally attached to many of my books, but not like the majority of them, because like, you know, favorites I will never let go. But other books I'm just like, whatever, it's fine, get it off my shelves. So with all those new Anne McCaffreys, which I also got a bunch in the mail today, I need to start reading Anne McCaffrey's books. Like I started Dragon Song. I read Dragon Song. I just need to read Dragon Singer and then Dragon Drums, and then that completes that trilogy. Although Dragon Drums like doesn't actually have the same main character. It's a completely different character, the last one. So I'm interested to see why that's like a completed trilogy on its own. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, but it's like the Harpers of Pern trilogy, right? So who's to say? But those are little and short, so I can probably power through those. And I have been absolutely terrible at reading my spooky TBR. I am also, have not been filming for this, but I need to pick back up my like October reading vlog. And I think I'm gonna do something fun for the last like stretch of October, where I try and read a lot of my spooky books, because it is October and this is spooky season. Because as soon as we hit November, I no longer want to read all these spooky books because I'm just like, it's November, it's Christmas. So, I mean, it'll probably be different this year though, because we haven't had any ice or snow. It is still warm out. Warm. It's like, it got to like 12 degrees today, Celsius, which is so weird. Because like 8 years ago, we had an ice storm on October 4th and it killed so many trees. And like I grew up with like a foot of snow when we were going trick-or-treating. And like this year, the kids are going to be running around in like t-shirts. Like global warming, terrifying. So I don't know when we're getting snow this year. I remember reading the Farmer's Almanac. Fun fact. I like to do this because I like to do it around August time, because that's when wasp season starts. And I'm always like, well, how long are the wasps going to be around? Because I know they're usually around until it frosts for the first time. And we've had a first like 0-1 temperature, so it has frosted and there are no more wasps around. I have not seen any in October really, so yay for that. I also read like the weather we're getting, and I think it's supposed to be a snowy yet also still mild December. As long as we have snow for Christmas, I'm okay with that. But I want to get in the Christmas spirit like kind of early in December, so like if the weather could give us some fun snow and could like slowly just keep getting colder and colder and colder as we get into November, and like have good precipitation and good snow, I would be okay with that. I don't want it to be -30, -40 like it usually is. I would like some more snow, because snow is so beautiful. And then in January, it can all leave. Because January and February are so dreary. I don't want that. Anyways, this little one is waiting for me to play with her, and it's also past 2 in the morning, and I do have to get up to make sure that the guys who are coming for the inspection can get in my apartment. And I'm not like asleep for that. Like I should be awake and ready for them at 9 a.m. because the window is 9 to 12. So, I mean, I also have to work tomorrow, so like I have to get up anyways, but you know what I mean? Like I want to be like awake and aware and like ready for the day. So that when they're here, I'm not just like by my computer, like gripping my coffee like, good morning. I haven't talked to you guys. I haven't really talked to anyone today except for mom, because I called her at some point, or she called me at some point, but like they're at the lake. They're coming home tomorrow, so, which is good, because there's also going to be an Old Navy order showing up at mom and dad's door, because mom wanted some Henleys, because I have 3 Henleys. I wore them to the lake. I wore one of them to the lake, and she's like, I want this. And I was like, great, pick a color. Pick a color and I'll order it for you. So there's 2 of them showing up for her tomorrow sometime. One of them's a tall, which is gonna be really funny. But because a lot of Old Navy stuff, it's funny because my mom is 5'4" and I'm 6'1". So I always order tall stuff because otherwise it's not long enough for me in the arms and in the torso. But a lot of Old Navy stuff is cropped, or it's like a slightly higher cut. So I got 1 normal and 1 tall so that she can see which one she wanted to wear. Because she was like, yeah, I kind of want it like a little longer, but she's also short. So I have a feeling that like the normal size one's gonna be fine for her. But we'll see. We'll see tomorrow when she gets them. When she gets home and gets them. Anyways, Freya and I are gonna say goodnight. Because she wants to play and she's in a mood. Look at these babies do the stretches. I will chat to you guys tomorrow for Monday. But yeah, that's been the weekend. Finally fucking finished the book. It's been so long. Hey friends, happy Monday! I am here. I put all those books in to my Storygraph. My friends, I did this morning, all of them. I made sure they were all in there, and we are at 199 books on my owned list. There's also another book coming to me from eBay. I'm still waiting for one. And it's Godcatcher by Erin M. Evans, which is her very first published book, I do believe. It's out of print, which is why I got it through eBay. I was hoping to find Brimstone Angels, because that would have been really cool to find a copy of Brimstone Angels on eBay, but like usually those ones go for like $60, $70, $80 for a mass market, which is crazy. This is Godcatcher. This is another D&D book that is out of print, but I'm excited to have found it for like an actually reasonable price. Very happy about that. So once that one comes in, we will officially be at 200 books on my unread TBR, physical TBR. It's insane. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna go on another book buying ban, and we're gonna stick to it. This one, here are the parameters, okay? Because the last book buying ban was no like full price books. The parameters for this one, no full price books, no full price books on sale, no thrifted books, no book sale books. None of that. No books. The only exceptions are the pre-orders I've already made, which I think I have 4 the rest of 2025, because I have The Isle in the Silver Sea from Blackwell's coming for me, which I pre-ordered way back. Coming from Blackwell's because I wanted the paperback. I don't want the hardcover. I also have Strength of the Few from Blackwell's, and I have The Sacred Space Between from Blackwell's in November. Why? Because it was cheaper for the hardcover for Strength of the Few by James Islington from Blackwell's, and also The Sacred Space Between has a better cover from the UK. And then in December we have Dawn of the Firebird. So those are the 4 books in 2025 that I will be bringing into this house at some point. I also have Aardvark Book Box, but I looked it up and I can just pause my shipments. So like I don't have to be billed for it essentially. So if I want to skip for November, it won't bill me for December. It'll just keep that credit over, and then it'll keep the credit over again. So unless there is a book that I am desperate for in the Aardvark book situation, I'm not going to get any Aardvark Book Box books until the new year. And then in the new year, I have a couple pre-orders at the very beginning of the new year. Why I'm saying this? Because I don't want to buy another book, another brand new book, until I've shrunk my owned TBR down to 150 books. I have to read 50 books off of this TBR. Technically 54 if I'm bringing more books in. So that's gonna take me a second, because I foresee myself reading like maybe 20 to 30 books for the rest of this year. So it goes into 2026. And it's probably gonna be like 20 books because I haven't been reading a whole lot actively recently. So November, December is gonna be an interesting one. But okay, in January, I have 1 book coming to me. It's To Ride a Rising Storm by Monoquill Black Goose, which is a sequel. And that's at the very end of January. Hell yeah. February, we have 1 coming to me as well. Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. So excited about that one. In March, I have another one coming to me, which is Entwined by H.M. Long. So hopefully by March, I have read 50 books off my physical TBR. I'm also considering like all the library books that I'll be getting as well and reading, because I like to do that as well. I like to keep up with my local library. Those are the parameters for this book buying ban. I need to set parameters for myself for book buying bans, otherwise I will not stick to them. No new books on sale, no thrifted books, and no book sale books. None of that. Pre-orders that I have already made are okay. So we have 4 for the rest of this year and a possible 3 more coming at the beginning of next year that will potentially encroach on this reading 50 books down. So technically 57 books have to be read before I can buy another book. That is not a pre-order, etc. I also am allowed to consider an Aardvark book box, but lean heavily towards skipping the month unless it is a book that I desperately want. Those are the parameters. I'm reading my TBR down from here on. Put it in stone. You guys are keeping me accountable. We're gonna check in, I guess, regularly, because holy shit, I've hauled so many books this month and last month. My birthday month was crazy. October has also been fucking crazy. I am overwhelmed. For the first time in a long time, I'm overwhelmed by my TBR. Anyways, my friends, I'm gonna catch up with you later when I get home from work. But I just needed to pop in and tell you this because I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. And it's all because of me. I am the instigator and I am the problem. Hey, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm not even counting like ebooks or ARCs or anything like that. There's just 200 physical owned books on my shelves. Oh my God. I feel like I'm itching to do like cull now, to like go through that list and be like very, very strict with myself and be like, am I going to read all of these books? Why are they all on my TBR? Can I get rid of some of them? But we'll see. I'm going to talk about it more in my October reading vlog so that this vlog isn't super long. But anyways, yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later to close out this vlog. But Monday. Hello friends, I'm back home. I put my hair up in a really stupid half bun with a clip, so excuse the weird turnip on my head, but I got home, and because the Canada Post strike is on rotating strike now, they've actually started moving packages, and I got this sweater in the mail from Poshmark. It is the most comfortable sweater of life. It is like this perfect thin sweater material. It is so soft. It is huge on me, which is crazy because I'm very tall and very big. I am in love, and it's like kind of long. Like I could easily wear this with leggings if I wanted to, but yes. I also got this, which I have been waiting for literally months, because this is a win from one of the auctions I bid on really early this year. This is from Ling Ling Huang. I believe this was for a queer organization of some kind that this auction was for. So I won these two books. I won Natural Beauty. Oh, woohoo! That's a beautiful cover of Natural Beauty. I've never seen that version of Natural Beauty. Natural Beauty and Immaculate Conception. So we love this. Came all the way from New York and signed. They're signed, which is really cool. We love that. Yeah. Got my auction win, finally. And that makes my total TBR 202 books. Shit, fuck balls. The more books that come in. And I remembered, I thought, like I picked that out of my mailbox and I was like, oh, is this the package from the publisher that I'm expecting? Because I'm expecting a book from a publisher, so it's going to be 203 books. So I'm going to have to read just 60 bucks off this TBR at this point. Crazy. Anyways, I'm home. I'm starving. I need to make dinner. But yeah. Packages. I love opening my computer and seeing this. It's not scary at all. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're fine. Baby, don't do this to me. Hello, friends. It is how much later? It's about midnight. My ass is so tired, and yet I feel like a rebellious teenager. Because I'm like, no, I don't want to go to bed yet. I'm too cozy on my couch. I officially finished on the needle. I do have to just weave in the ends. But my my test ear thing, and you'll notice where I started trying to like follow a pattern that was like knit 2, purl 1, knit 2, purl 1. That lasted for maybe 4 rows before I was like, I'm fully just not knitting and purling the right ones because I keep losing track. So I'm just gonna knit this entire thing. So I just did the knit stitch all the way up because I did this in the round. So it's my tester ear thing. And what I want to do with it is I want to fold it in half inside out. No, right side out. I want to fold this in half so that I have like a smaller ear band, but one that's like thicker. Because if you know anything about Canadian winters, shit's a lot. And I don't wear hats because I have curly hair. And it's probably really stupid. Like if I'm going on like a specifically outdoor winter walk, I'll probably wear a hat because I don't actually think I own a hat. But I should wear a hat because at that point I'm like, well, I know I'm going outside to walk. So like I don't mind messing up my hair. But I've never wore a hat to university because if I'm wearing a hat, I need to commit to it and just wear the hat all day because it fucks up my hair. So I'm a big earband girly. I'm a big headband. I guess they're called headbands, but like this is like a little smaller one. Like it's kind of thin, but it'll do the job. It'll do the trick. And like even just this, I have a hair clip in my hair and my glasses on. Is this terrifying? Happy Halloween. I can see you guys through it and through the weave. But like this on its own is like very, 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 this actually could work just on its own minus these for a winter garment. But I do want like a thin one that like just covers my ears for vibes. Anyways, very proud of this. Why? Because it's the official first thing I have knitted and cast off. I cast it off. I look like a fucking mess right now, but I cast it off. I'm so proud of myself. I learned how to cast off, which is so fun. I had to relearn how to cast on doing this project too, so it's been a second. But yeah, this is my very first thing. Yay, it's just a tube. Woo. And this is the yarn that I got for my mom's shawl thing. It's like a pinky purpley white. It's turning up more yellowy on camera, but in this lighting, but it is pinky purpley light white vibe. I'm excited to give this a try. And what I've learned being a crocheter for so long and then not switching over, but like trying to knit, knitting takes up so much less yarn. Holy shit. Crochet is a yarn gobbler. So that's exciting. So I should have more than enough with this pound of love ball of yarn. Fun facts with Jenna. My friends, I'm going to close out this vlog here because we have been here for quite a while. It's been a very cozy one. I, on Saturday, went to the pop-up book fair, hauled so many books, so many, and realized that we are now at over 200 books on my physical TBR, which, wonderful. I did also finally finish a fucking book. Finished The Just on Air. This is not something that was on my TBR because I have read this before. This was a reread to then read the sequel, which this is the prime example of why I need to reread stuff because I did not remember a single thing from this book. So I definitely needed to reread it. Fuck yeah. And now I am 40% of the way through The Mask of the Deer Woman. I'm on chapter 22, page 147. So I would like to continue this as well. It's perfect for this time of year. I'm enjoying it so far. It's a debut thriller. An investigator haunted by her past and the mythical deer woman races to bring a missing girl home before it's too late. Yay. And then I also started reading The Jasad Crown. It's over here. I'm getting really close to you. Hi, ASMR. Jasad Crown, which this thing is so chunky. Holy shit. The audiobook for this is 22 hours, which I was a little shocked because I thought it would be longer, seeing that this is so chunky, but I guess Orbit does use like nice like thick paper in their paperbacks, so like maybe that's why it's a little chunky. It's also like over 600 pages, so like that's why it's so chunky. But like there ain't nothing more satisfying than a big chunky Orbit paperback. I'm gonna say it now and I'm gonna say it multiple more times. I am manifesting that I one day will be an Orbit author because I want my books to feel like this. Manifesting. Also, Orbit's awesome, so we love Orbit in this household. Manifesting. I'm in a weird goofy mood. I think it's because I'm overtired, but I need to finish editing this vlog and get it up for y'all. So that is what I'm gonna do. Thank you so much for watching this weekend. Let me know down below how your October reading is going. Are you okay on your reading goal? Are you behind? Are you ahead? Where are you at? I'm technically behind. I think I'm 4 books behind according to Goodreads. My Storygraph goal is 100 books. My Goodreads goal is 120. I'm behind on my 120, but I'm ahead on my 100. So you know what? I take what I can get. I'm at 91 books now this year so far. So we're embarking on a TBR shrinking journey and I'm excited. Anyways, I'll chat to you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading. Bye-bye.